Hello. I did do my countdown thing, but I forgot to press go live. Oh, hello. Good evening. I thought, why is this not working? And I've not pressed go live. Silly me. Oh, I've got two people on. Just hang on a couple more moments. Hey, Anne. Oh, your username looks different today, Anne. Are you watching on a different device? Oh, actually, Debbie's does as well. It must be just because well, it just must be an update on the StreamYard. It's just showing different. So, hey, Anne. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Sandra. Sorry about changing the time. I realised that I was going to be rushing to get back from the groomers, and then I don't have long until she's ready. She's not a big dog. Today's card is a little bit complex, and I just thought this morning, I've got up and I was worried about it. I worry about things like this. Hey, Faye. And then I thought it might mean people can watch tonight. So that's a bonus. We might get some extra viewers. It does mean that our lovely couple of Australian friends who've been watching won't be able to watch today, but we'll say hi to the Janes who watched last week, who might be watching this on replay. So if you are watching on replay, please do say hi. Oh, hi, Anne. We've got 3 Annes on tonight. So yeah, we're going to do a shadow box frame card tonight. I don't function the best for crafting after 7, so we'll work on it together. We'll work through it together. I've just had to go through and draw how you make it at 6 o'clock. I made tea early. I said to Craig, right, I've got to go upstairs. I've got to sort out for my coffee and card. So yeah, yesterday I was at my studio and had 17 kids throughout the day doing K-pop and the Stampin' Up haunted house. So 3 children made the Stampin' Up haunted house. I'm a bit of an expert in making that now. I've got a couple of spare ones in my shop. So yeah, that worked really well. And the children, the 3 kids who made that were absolutely brilliant. No one got burned on a glue gun except me, which was fine. Well, it wasn't fine, but I'm glad it was me and not them. So that worked really well. The Stampin' Up haunted house kit, it was brilliant. And I loved that. It's the first time I've done a kit class with kids, and they loved going through the instructions, you know, looking at the pictures and following it through methodically. I had 2 boys and 1 girl do it, so it was lovely to have some boys crafting as well, and they were very methodical about going through the instructions. So that was lovely. And then I had 5 girls in the morning doing K-pop, and then 9 kids in the afternoon doing K-pop. I've been there this morning with some 3, 4 and 5-year-olds with their parents, and then I've been at home this afternoon. Well, apart from groomers, day off tomorrow. Thursday I've got Harry Potter day, Friday Lego, and then on Saturday afternoon I've got a Stampin' Up kit afternoon tea. So we're using the Calm and Bright kit, which I think is out of stock at the moment, unorderable. So we're doing that. So I've got that sold out with Stampin' Up kits. So that's been brilliant. So if you are local, I know I'm doing a lot of stuff for children, but they're the people that are booked. Well, not them, but the parents are the people that are booking on. So if you are local and you are a Stampin' Up friend of mine, customer, please do let me know. Send me an email what classes you would like me to do for you to come to. Because yeah, my adult ones, I mean, the Crafternoon tea is different. That's done really well, but they're not selling as well as the kids ones. Right, I do need to mention coffee and card. So booking closes for this tomorrow. Okay, and I've only got 3 people on at the moment. Now I do realise some people might have done this at the retreat day, So we're going to be doing 6 cards, so one a bit like this. There's 3 options. Here are the cards that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you how to do that origami tree. We're not doing these 2. Okay, so on the last week we're not doing a card, and I'm sending you a gold hoop, and we're going to do a posh gift tag or decoration. Okay, so yeah, I really could do with, please spread the word. I really could do with some more bookings for this, because I can't sustain, unfortunately, doing a coffee and card. And I know it's down to personal taste, and I can't get everybody doing every one, and I do appreciate or every booking I get. But I think it is the lowest I will have ever had. And the ironic thing is, it's the first time I've had all the cards made and shared ages ago. So yeah, I've got nothing. I did say I'd put a hobby class on, but I've just run out of time. The Hobby Haven papers, which I shared with you, but I'm going to make myself a note of that now. And that was going to be the next coffee and card. Okie doke. So today we're going to do a shadow box. Okay. And in your week 6, I think all you got was this, a piece of Pool Party 12 by 12. Now this is, you can actually make the version that we're doing from a piece of A4. However, with the shadow box card, I've actually stuck mine to a card base, but I didn't put you any in. I don't think I did anyway. So you can choose what you want to do with it. But if you use standard A4 card that we do, it's quite thick for scoring. And there's lots of scoring to do and lots of folding over. So it works quite well if you use papers, only if you're very gentle when you are scoring. Oh, we've got 11 people on, so please do say hi. Did you get a card base, Sandra? Oh, good. Well, I must have been more organised than I thought I was. I'd forgotten. I thought, oh no, I've not put you a card base in. I do know I didn't cut you this, so you could just do some of your own decoration. Okay, so what you've got is a piece of the 12 by 12 two-tone. So it's darker that side and it's a little bit lighter that side. And a sentiment. Did I put you an ephemera in? All right, brilliant. I wondered if I did that. And then it's all coming back to me now, like Celine Dion. That's one of my favourite Celine Dion songs. And if you touch me like this, and if you hold me like that. Anyway, yeah. Well, I did look at my ephemera down here, and I thought to myself, I'm going to use an ephemera. And I don't know what Sandra was saying no for. Anyway, okay. So you can do it with A4, but I'm suggesting you use this because it's a little bit thinner than normal card. So it is great if you're wanting to make bags, boxes and things like this. And the great news is we do this in every colour in single packs. Okay, now we're going to get the trimmer and we're going to cut this down. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, you do need to open up the arm. Can I just advise, you might want to do it on some scrap or some old paper first. So I'm actually going to cut it to 21, which is the width of an A4. So you've actually got a piece, that piece, nice bit spare. And then we're going to cut it down to 24.5. And I got this design from a lovely Dutch lady. And I've got her video up here, so let me tell you what her video name is. Oh, I can't even say it. Caduce van Papier, okay? So Van Papier is easy to spell, P-A-P-I-E-R, but the first part is K-A-D-O-O-T-J-E. I wonder if I can actually copy and paste that. This is the lady's YouTube where I got it from, and there we go, I've pasted it in there. She's actually only got 151 subscribers and made this fab card. That doesn't look right. Is it right? I think it's because I'm wanting it to look like an A4, and it doesn't. Right, what you need to do now is either take your cutter out or put it to the bottom or the top, or out of the way, basically. So this is the card that I made. And, oh, right, it was 21 and by 24.5. Okay, so this is the one that I've made. And just as a general rule, because this will help you when you're thinking about your measurements, this dimension, we're in metric centimetres, is 1. That's 1 centimetre. This is 1.5. This is 1. And then there's 1 underneath to make the frame that's 1.5. So on each side, you've got a 1, 1.5, 1, 1.5. Okay. And really, you can't go wrong if you just remember those. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start here, and I'm going to put my card on 1, and I'm going to score at 1, and then I'm going to score at 2.5. So I'm going up 1.5. Now I'm going to actually run out of what am I saying here? I'm going to run out of space here. So I'm flipping it over. So at the moment I'm on 2.5. Yeah. So then I want to do it another centimetre. So 3.5. And then 5. So I'm just going to show you that. So you'll have, can you see those grooves? It's very difficult. There, that's it. So we've got 1, and then the 1.5 gap, then another 1, and then another 1.5. So measuring along, it's 1, then score 2.5, 3.5, and 5. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay. And just keep your wits about you. And all you need to think is 1, there's a 1 space, then a 1.5 space, then a 1 space, and then a 1.5. I'm actually frightened to death doing this. This is probably one of the hardest cards I've ever done on a coffee card. So we do all 4. So please, would you advise, if that all makes sense, would someone let me know that it makes sense, please? And then, you know, I know a lot of you like to watch first. This is the perfect one to watch first, and then. So next week it's back to 2 p.m. but you've not got a card in your kit because this finishes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bonus project, and I'm going to use the dies with the envelope pocket, because I'm really aware for people who ordered that, I've not really done anything with that. Okay. I'm just checking it's right. Okay. Okay. So I don't think we'll fold that yet. I'm going to show you the next thing that we do. Now we only do this on these opposite sides with it in like this. Okay. yeah, so it's in portrait. And what we're going to do, we're not cutting with our cutter, we're just scoring. We're going to measure in at 6.5 centimetres, and we're going to score, not cut, we're going to score up to the second line. So I'm putting it on 6.5. Okay, and then you can just see there's a little line up in the middle of your scorer. So I'm going to line that up with the second line, and hopefully, oh, that's, you can see that, yeah? You see that? So I'm going to do that on each side. So what, the 6, and I'm going to do it in the opposite corner, the bottom. Okay. So I've done that one and that one, and then we can do it at the top here. So what we're going to do is bring the cutter, well, not the cutter, sorry, the scorer to the top, and do it to the top. It's a bit harder to see. I don't want to get my head over. Hang on. I'm going to have to stand up. Okay. And then finally there. Okay. So what you should have now, sorry about being in the shop. What you should have now, oh, you're going to make on Thursday, Anne, and Anne's going to make it. You should have that little line going up, yep, on each opposites, right? Oh, okay. Next thing, we need a pencil, actually, and a ruler. And what we're going to do, in fact, let me lower my camera. Should have done that. Hopefully that's a bit better. We're going to, where that new score line is, we're going to take our ruler and we're going to go across on an angle to the next corner, and I'll just draw it, and then you can see in a minute. Okay, and we're going to do that on all of the sides. Okay, are we ready to do some cutting? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut up with our scissors up here to where we scored, and then we're going to go along our pencil line, and then we're going to go up here like that. I think I've done, oh, I've done it wrong. Oh, I've done it all wrong. I've started at 1 instead of 1.5. So how's that going to work? It's going to be, should have started at 1.5 and 1, then 1. So let me just see. It might work, but it'll look different. So all right, it'll work, but it will just be taller. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. So just change what I said. I've even got my notes and I've ignored it. Okay, so what you will do is you'll do 1.5 first, and then 1, and then 1.5 and 1. I thought it was looking different. I'm so sorry. This is why I don't do evenings, but it's going to work. It will just look a bit different. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up again and cut across honestly. I thought it was going too well. And then up one, like that. I will show you what we dispose of soon. So yeah, ignore those measurements and do 1.5. I even ignored what I've written down. You score at 1.5, then 2.5, then 4, and then 5. Was so confident with it as well. This is why I don't do stuff on a night anymore. Okay. So I'm going to draw now what we're going to get rid of. Okay. We're going to get rid of everything except this one here, this last square here, next to where we've just cut up. So we're getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You don't craft on a night either, Anne. The only thing I do, which I can do, is I do my cross stitch. Right, I'm going to show you a bit of an easier way. I'll just cut this one and then I'll come back and explain an easier way to so you don't get this wrong. So if you want to think an easy way how to do it is there's 4, 8, 12. So get rid of the first 12, yeah, and cut up there like that. Yeah. So you've got rid of the first 12 and then you've got this hanging. And all you need is this last square here. But we're actually going to cut it a bit shorter. Maybe not in half, but yeah, like that. And you're left with that. Oh, that's my little relaxation before bed, Anne. In fact, I'm looking to be doing that in about 15 minutes. Okay, so remove the 12 and then just come and snip across that one. Yep. And then you've got that there. Remove the 12. So mine will look a little bit different. But never mind. You can do yours correct. Okay. And then you're left with that. Now, what we're going to do first is put something in the middle. Now, I'm running a bit thin on the ground for papers, but let's have a look. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. This looks great in the background, right? So you can just, even though it's going to get hidden a little bit of it, you can cut a piece 14 by 10.5 should be fine. I've got a couple of emails to do, but other than that, I'll be stitching. Okay, so that's going to go in the middle. That's going to be our little background. Yeah. Okay, so we can fold these now. If you want to get a bone folder to do that, you can. Just remember, mine are going to look different. It's going to look a bit taller. I don't know how that's going to affect it, but rather than start a new one, look, we'll just roll with it. I didn't want to start a new one. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at my measurements thinking, why is it different? It's like when you ignore the sat nav. I should have trusted what I'd written down. Okay, so what we're going to do, actually, I think we do these sides first. Yeah, so you do the longer ones first, and what you're going to do is you're going to put a piece on that end tab. Now mine's a lot narrower than what yours will be because mine's only 1 centimetre, but yours should be 1.5 centimetres deep. So we're going to put some tape on there. And the easiest way to do this is just do it down flat like that, and then it'll go over like that. Okay, yep. So just bear in mind that mine's going to be a little bit taller. So I've put that on there, and then I'm going to just fold it over. Oops. Like that. Okay, then these little end bits fold in, and then we'll put some tape on this bit. Now this is where you just have to just make sure it all comes nice and tucked in. Yeah, and get your corners. Mine might be a little bit naff because I've got the wrong measurements. Oh, hi Jane. I mentioned you earlier. I'm sorry, I had to move. So rather than you having a late night with us, you're having a very early morning with us. I had to move today because I had our puppy at the dog groomers today. Right, let's go. Hang on. That's not going to work. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there. Sorry, and then I've given everybody the wrong measurements, Jane. So it's not going the best, I'll be honest. But, you know, all I've got in my head is that song, I'm only human after all. I'm just trying to glue this because I've not done that the best. "5:30. Well, I must admit I was up early today as well, and that's why I've been up since about, well, the dog was barking at about 5, and then I went down to sort her out, and I ended up, she'd been a little bit sick, so I ended up sleeping downstairs on the sofa with her for another bit of time. But yeah, very early mornings for me at the minute. So mine is a little bit out, I think, because of my measurements. I've got a bit of a gap. So you're not going to have that. Yours is going to be fabulous. Okay, look, we've got a box frame. We've managed. There we go. It's not right. This is how it's supposed to look. And then I've got a narrower. It's taller and it's not as... It's a bit bodged, but we've done it all. Oh, no more evening classes for Julie. Oh, Sandra, don't worry. We'll be a little bit different together, if that's all right, my love. Thanks, I need some support. Okay, so we just need to do a little bit of decoration now. And this is quite easy because, controversially, I'm not going to do any stamping. I must admit, I'm in my non-stamping era at the moment with some cards. I'm trying to find my cutouts. Hang on. Doing a little envelope in here somewhere. No, I can't find them. I swear they were in here last week. Just bear with. But I keep everything organised in these little... Well, they're not little, are they? They're 12 by 12. They're far from little. But, yeah. But I've found a random... Looks like a nice lolly from... I have found a post box, which is what I need. But I should have a little envelope. You know, look at all these papers that I've got left. And I've made quite a bit. And we actually did a card in person. Well, they're not there. They're not in there. So, oh, I've just found them at the side on the floor. Okay. So, we could do with a little post box, I think, like that. And then let's see what we've got left in here. Oh, so I've got a little van. So that's all right. That can go on there. I've got a badger. I've got a cat running along with a prezi. Do you know, I might do that because I'm a bit narrower. I might do the fox. I'm allergic to cats. That's my excuse. I'm not happy with that bit. I'm going to try and put some glue in. Oh, you've ordered the... You've ordered it, Jane. Well done. Happy to have enabled you. Oh, what I do need to mention is it's the end of the month on Friday. So we still have the amazing offer to join Stampin' Up. So I've mentioned it every week. It's amazing. I'm still on 12. So I'd really love to get to 15 new team members. It's £35 on the cheaper option, and you get to pick £130 worth of products, or you can spend 99 and get £194 worth of products. So it's absolutely fabuloso. Okay, that's a little bit better now. So I'm going to use Foxy. I'm going to have a little Foxy, and it's going to cover up that little hole there. So I'm just going to pop some glue on him. Oh, you know, I work sometimes at the tuition centre. Well, I've got a new student. I started with her last week, and we painted ceramic pumpkins. And I'm going to be working with her on a Thursday morning, which is fab. And she wants to do Christmas cards. So I can't wait to do that. So that's what we're doing when we go back. And then she also wants to do some cross stitch, which is amazing too. Oh, you missed it at the beginning, Jane, but yesterday in my studio I had 3 kids doing the haunted house kit with me yesterday. Anne says, oh, Anne, go on. Anne quite likes the narrower frame. Well, now it's coming together. Actually, look at that. That's bodged up there as well. Oh, thanks, Anne. You're trying to make me feel better. Maybe I should do a poll on my Instagram story. We love a poll. I think the narrower looks all right now. We're adding all the stuff to it. I'll take a photo tomorrow when it's better light. Right, I've got all these bits. So, you know, I've made all my cards for this, and don't remember, I've done 2 of everything. Plus, I also did this as an in-person class at a coffee and card. So I'm going to pop a little post box there, and I'm going to lay that up on a foam pad. And then I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut out another owl. I'm always cutting these owls out. I think they're my most used little die cut. Let's put all of these back. Let's find a little owlie. This is Hedwig. Oh, honestly, I've got Harry Potter Day on Thursday. I'm going to be so Harry Pottered out. It's funny because I've got these on my desk. I've got all the kids a pair of these to wear. So we've got little owl there flying in over the bridge, and then we just need a little greeting. I'm going to do it opposite because the owls go in a different way. Oh, thank you, guys. You're too kind. You're too kind. Right. ephemeras. Oh, look. Do we think that's too big? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I've coloured a joy there. Oh, I think a round one might look good because I've got quite a big gap there. I've got Merry and Bright, or we could do Happy Christmas. Doesn't really stand out. That it needs layering up. But I think Merry and Bright might be better. Yeah, because it's a bit bigger. The Haunted House kit, yeah, it was good. And the kids, particularly the two boys, followed the instructions through very methodically. And I burnt myself on the hot glue gun, but the kids were all right. I did most of the hot gluing. They just helped hold stuff down and push it down, and they were really good. They worked together as a team and they helped hold each. It's one of those kits where you need about 3 pairs of hands to do it. Yeah, I shared some pictures yesterday on my Facebook and Instagram. I loved it. I was a bit nervous, I'll be honest. I do get nervous. I've been doing classes for 17 years. I still get nervous. But then I think the day you don't get nervous is the day you should stop doing things. Because if you've got nerves, it shows that you care. That's what I always say about theatre. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy up. Because it's the last week, we need to tell our friend Jane from Australia what we do on the last week. So what we do, Jane, is I get out all of the weeks and we sort of look at what we've done and we've achieved over the last few weeks. So next week I will be doing another card with this. You can just come and watch. It'll be back to the normal time. And I'm going to be using the envelopes. And then if you do want to book on for the next copy and card, please do let me know ASAP. If you just want to go for option A, that's £30 posted. There are 3 options. But do let me know before tomorrow. I want to put my order in tomorrow evening at the latest. Okay, so there's week 1. I might have a couple of different options to show you because I've done 2. So I've got... Oh, I need to zoom out. Oh. So there's week 1. We stamped all over there in the background with that cute little letter stamp. Then here was week 2. I should have cleaned that dirty mark off my desk. Week 3. I've got 2 versions of this. But that was the original one with the shops and the buildings. And then I did one with, if you remember, I did one with the animals instead. Okay, so we'll put those there. Oh, do you know, it's only when you lay them all out and you think, how fab they all look together, don't they? I know they're my cards and they're mostly my designs, but yeah. I'm just pleased with those. And then, oh yes, we had 2 different versions here. That was the original, and then that was the one with all the letters. and Christmas cards. And last week we had the patchwork, didn't we? And look, they just fit. Oh, it's almost as if I've thought it out so they can fit on screen, because we've got the match exact look. That can go there. And there are, what I do is I do a little social media post tomorrow maybe, or this week sometime, showing pictures of all of them and asking people which they like best. So I've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then today, week 6. Oh, Faye, you've been crafting along. Did you do the mistake like I did? Honestly, actually, it's actually turned out quite nice with the taller. It's not gonna get in an envelope, is it? But so what you need to do is, if you do want to do a card to go on the back, so you've got something to, you can actually just attach it, stick it to a card blank. Yeah. So just measure. In fact, it should work out. It's 14.5 by 11. So, oh, thank you guys. You love week 6. Oh, well, everyone's saying they're looking forward to making it. That's great. Oh, you saw the pictures of, oh no, Anne, you've pulled a tab off. Huh. Oh, you saw the photos last night. Yeah, it was brilliant. It's nice to share Stampin' Up with them. And one boy in particular, I do know him quite well, and I know his mum. And I've worked with him as a staff member. You know, I've done the holiday club for a few years. I've worked with him at the holiday club. And honestly, he never sits still. He's always playing with the ball. He's always running. He's always throwing himself on the floor, on the climbing frame. It's always on the floor, rolling around. And he sat still and he did that crafting for 2 hours and made that house. And he was brilliant. And I said to his mum, I have never seen him. He's always dancing. He goes to dance school. But I have never seen him sat still as long as that ever. And apparently he's asked when he can come again for something. So I love that. I really love that. So there we have this week's cards. Oh, thanks, Faye. I'd love to see that. Yeah, well, actually, just looking at them side by side, I think it looks all right. And I think it's turned out quite by accident that I've done. Have I done? Yes, look, I've done one with the. Oh no, that's a normal card. Have I done one with a darker and one with a lighter? Are they both the same? It does look a little bit darker, but actually, I actually like my little mistake. Thank you for tuning in. It's nearly 8 o'clock. So I will be back with my normal time slot of 2 p.m. next Tuesday. As I say, please do get in touch if you'd like to take part in the next coffee and card. It starts on the 11th of November. I'm a little bit desperate for some more people, so I'd really appreciate that. And then I will be putting on before the weekend the next one, the Hobby Haven one. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Thank you, everybody. Take care. See you later.